Alright, so I've had these gloves for around 2 weeks now, so I'm going to go over the pros and the cons that I've found with these gloves. Let's go over the cons first, because it's always nice to end on a good note. First thing I noticed was the size. It feels like my wrists are floating in them when I first got them and put them on. I ordered a large, and I noticed the tag said extra large. So I talked with Cone Gloves to see if it was the right size, and they told me that they've been updating the size to make sure that the glove fits better, so everything was okay. Another issue I have with the size is my pinky. It's actually in its own continent. Maybe it's just because my pinky is way shorter than my index finger, almost as if I lost part of it in a school woodshop accident. Anyway, as I wear them more, I'm getting used to the size, and the only real con to this is that the end of my fingers might drag on the ground more than usual and might wear the fingertips more, but that's not really too much of an issue for me. I discovered this next con walking up the hill when I tried to change my music. This could also happen if you're trying to ask the homies where they're at, because they said they'd be there in 30 minutes and it's been an hour. You can't actually use the touchscreen functionality on your smart device or iPod Touch because they don't have any touch coating or whatever on the fingertips. Now I got around this problem by just getting a new phone here. That way you can press the buttons and no touchscreen. Super nice. You can also use an iPod Shuffle. Or if we're being serious, take a glove off. The inner liner. So far I've only had one day this season over 50 degrees. My hands started to sweat a little bit. Maybe I was just going too fast and I got nervous? Nevertheless, I was able to air them out walking back up the hill and didn't have any major issues, like a glove sliding off. And that's it for the cons. Let's get started with the pros. The inner liner. Yes, I know this is the last thing of the con section, but since all of my sessions have been colder, they've kept my hands at a good temperature. It's also super soft, like what you'd imagine one of those fancy white gentleman gloves would feel like if you got the chance to put them on. Our next pro is the price. These gloves are the cheapest leather gloves on the market. They're $37, which is not much more than some fabric gloves. Cone gloves also have knuckle protectors built in for when you slide into a tree, and Ojoom pucks that you'll never replace. They just look good. Oh, I think my light went out. Give me 1 second to turn it on. There we go. Let's get back to the review. They come in gold, blue, green, red, and black. They will fit any color pants you can find from the thrift shop after you rip those nice pants your mom got you last holiday season. The colored pieces are between the fingers and the logo on the wrist strap. Finally, our last pro. Speaking of the wrist strap, this glove has been updated from the original design to be a more durable material. I don't know anything about sewing, but it's stitched together and feels solid. The hook and loop fabric for the puck is sewn on twice, so it's definitely not going anywhere. If you slid over too many cracks that catch your puck and rip your glove, or you found your own creative way of destroying your gear, you should definitely consider Cone gloves. They're a great price, they feel great, and they also just look great. I know you guys want to see that cinematic sequence again, so let's run it back one more time.